Hello everyone, this is Anime Heaven X23. And you might be wondering why you're looking at this green composition book. And I have nothing of, like I said before, of Xbox. So since Xbox is known for green, I decided to go with that. And the reason I'm bringing up Xbox in this video is about that. Where I read yesterday that on October 3rd, Microsoft is going to increase the Xbox Series S from $379 to $399, so it's going up $20. And the Xbox Series X, which was $599, is going to $649. So the Series S is getting a $20 increase, and the Series X is getting a $50 increase. And they give these stupid conditions, and you hear people talk about, tariffs and stuff. Why tariffs do have an impact. I just personally think that Microsoft's, with how much money they make from everything, they're one of the very few companies that could eat this tariff. But they're setting such a bad precedent because it's like their next console. Why would anybody in their right mind want to buy the next Xbox? Because the next Xbox is rumored to come out, was it 2027? So is the next Xbox going to launch at $599, $649? Or is it going to have a $599 option and a $699 option? Are they going to 2-SKU route, or what are they doing? So there's rumors of them doing a handheld, their own actual handheld, and the main console. The main console would probably be the price of the Pro right now. It's $749. And your handheld, that would be about that as well. Unless they nerf it a little bit. So I just don't see how raising these prices, and they're to me they're lame excuse of, well, these microeconomic conditions, and it's like, no, the tariffs aren't going up any more than what they are. So you guys are just being greedy. You obviously, since you've gone multi-platform, you guys obviously don't care about getting any new customers into the actual Xbox ecosystem naturally, like through your hardware. You just don't care. You haven't cared for a while. Probably for the last year and a half, you haven't cared. And I think, their whole philosophy about this multi-platform approach, I think, when you look back, what's funny is Game Pass originally saved Xbox brand from going extinct. And it has now become the death of Xbox, along with the fact that they think it's such a good idea to release their games everywhere. While they are seeing results on PlayStation, and if they ever get their heads out of their butt and release the games on the Switch too, which I know Indiana Jones is supposed to be coming out next year on it. But after that recent stuff with, Bethesda's employees saying that stuff, about a certain political figure that's no longer around. I've said it before, I have no interest to get an Xbox again. And now, after hearing what some of these devs have said, whether it's on Sony and Microsoft, and then with Microsoft raising the prices, Sony's probably going to do the same thing. Maybe not this year, but I'd say early next year. If not, they might make it through this holiday at their price, and then they might raise it. I just think going retro, the old systems, I think is the best way to go right now. And yeah, sorry about this rant here. It's just, for friends that actually know me from the original Xbox through the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One, even, and early in the Series S, I was a big time Xbox guy. I had multiple videos on my channel collecting Xbox One games or 360 games or whatever multiple times. And I mean, I had some of my favorite games on there: Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon, Infinite Discovery. Of course, you got your Gears, Halo, but Halo isn't what it once was. Once it got ruined with Halo 5, which was horrible. Infinite was a lot better than 5, a lot better. But the way they're treating Chief and all this other stuff that's appeared in their games, and then Gears, I was going to give Gears 4 a shot, which had Marcus back, had some of his other boys, and 5 was not good. I'm glad they're going back to E-Day and get away from this crap they did with 4 and 5. Because E-Day could easily be 3 games. If I was them, I'd make 2 more games of E-Day. And then if I was them, I would redcon make sure 4 and 5 basically didn't happen. And then come up with a new 4, 5, and 6. Because of where they were going was a death of the brand. And like I said, from someone who grew up loving Xbox the way I did, to see its downfall so hard. I mean, you really only got two people anymore. You got Nintendo with their Switch 2. You got Sony with their PlayStation 5, and then upcoming PlayStation 6. I mean, I personally, if Microsoft should do anything, I think they shouldn't have raised. I don't think they should raise the prices like they should. I think they should take the Series S, whatever's currently in production, like whatever's produced, lower the price to $249, whatever, and then just sell them to get rid of them. Series X, drop that to $399. Actually, drop the Series S to $199. Drop the Series X to like $399, $349, and just get rid of everything. Once your stock is done, you're done. And this announce, and I think it'd be smart to announce, hey, we've decided to halt, cancel development of our next gen consoles. If you want to do anything, create any hardware, create a PC handheld, and just do that. And just become a multi-platform developer with no hardware. Either do multi-platform and no like console, but just do a PC handheld, slash handheld, and just go that route. Because there's no reason to spend the money that you're going to spend. I mean, yes, you do Game Pass, you pay what it is per month, and you get all those games that you don't have to pay for. But it seems they were going to want to go the most way to digital anyway, so, and I know eventually Sony's going to go that route too. And Nintendo somewhat is with these game key cards. But I know there's rumors going around that they're going to have 8, 16, and 32 gig cards very soon for developers to use and stuff. But, in closing, it's just sad to see that we went from, Nintendo, Sega, to Nintendo, Sega, Sony, to Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox, to now basically Nintendo and Sony, because there is no Xbox anymore. There really isn't. This is an Xbox program I think is dumb. Horrific. It's the last final nail in the coffin that they had. So, I mean, your only option anymore is going, PC, PlayStation, which is questionable there, and Nintendo. And Nintendo does have its own issues as well. So, in closing, with this long-winded rant, just curious what everyone else thinks about Microsoft once again raising the prices of their hardware. The Series S, like I said, from $379 to $399. The Series X from $599 to $649. And if you agree with me that Microsoft should just make an announcement saying they canceled their next gen plans, and whatever consoles they have, just like in the holidays, really lower the prices, and whatever consoles, try to sell every ounce of console you have left out there. And once they're done, they're done. Just don't make any more. Just be a software company, release your games everywhere, which is what they want. And just don't do consoles. Just don't do hardware altogether. That's my opinion. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. I would like to know what you guys think as well. Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate any support. Please like, share, subscribe. Take care, everyone. Goodbye, and thank you.